Hi, it's Mark from Sikora Creations, and I'm here to provide you a quick overview of PlyMiser's capabilities and why you might be interested in using it. PlyMiser is a decision platform for planning, purchasing, visualization, and execution steps for woodworking projects. It translates your plan into smart purchase decisions, explore retailer options so that you can optimize your cost, visualize how you're going to lay your pieces out to make the most of your purchases, and it'll also generate you cutting sequences and cutting instructions you can use in your shop. It's intended for anybody who uses traditional methods to do woodworking projects today. So we typically start out with a visualization of the assembly we're going to build with rough dimensions. From that, we build an exploded diagram so we know each piece and each part that's going to go in so we can purchase enough material for it. Uh, After that, we go to our layout diagrams where we pretend we have already made purchases, lay our pieces out on top so we determine how many pieces we need to purchase, of what type and what material. Then we go into Excel, validate that all our dimensions add up. And then we go to the web and bring retailer costs in to our spreadsheets and see which retailer provides us the best value. But when you change dimensions or you experiment with different product sizes, you want to build more than one assembly, maybe you want to cut at the store before you transport, you make an error or there's a miscalculation or you want to rearrange pieces from one sheet to another, it always requires you to go back to Excel and your cut diagrams. Things are a little different with PlyMiser. We start out with the exploded diagram, and that becomes the pieces section of PlyMiser where you enter all those pieces. Then you go through and decide what you're going to buy from which retailer, and that becomes the product section of PlyMiser. You set a few simulation parameters in the project section of PlyMiser, and then out comes the results section, a solution report, and a layout diagram for your review. And then you cycle through all these till you're satisfied you have the best solution for your project. Typically, with optimizing uh, cut optimizer products and even your own Excel spreadsheets, you put in all the dimensions for all your pieces. And then as soon as you make changes to the overall length, width, and height, you've got to recalculate dimensions and re-enter them. However, with PlyMiser, it's just a few edits to change it because we allow you to express all the dimensions in terms of some basic parameters. So cutting and experimenting is very easy. We start out with 2,000 products that we have in our database that you can apply filters to. Um, PlyMiser will come back with the actual products that are available from retailers with dimensions, cost, product numbers, everything you need. And then you go ahead and put those into your products portion of PlyMiser. Similarly, when you're performing edits on products, you go to the web, you bring up the retailer's web page, and with our assist capability, we can pre-populate all the fields and intelligently look at that web page and help you make decisions. So you use a lot of saws when you're a woodworker. You use the circular saw, table saw, chop saws. But with each saw in your shop, PlyMiser allows you to put settings on that saw so you know how big of a piece you can cut on that saw given the space you have in your shop. Um, you might want to, for instance, I don't want to cut pieces on my table saw that are less than a half an inch. I just don't feel safe doing it. So you can put these kind of limitations on your saws. You specify the edge condition for your saws. You can import and export these settings and share them with your friends. You can have multiple settings for different sites you work at, and you can test the effect of these settings before you actually perform your calculations. We also provide you a step-by-step instructions for how to cut pieces from the purchases you make. We provide you a piece table and a cut table, and we relate them. We show you which piece was made from which cuts. So, all in all, our philosophy is woodworkers deserve a flexible tool. make the planning process as easy as possible. It's got to be an accurate and intuitive replacement for Excel. Excel's great, but it's not intuitive for woodworkers. You can explore as many solutions in the space as you want. It doesn't cost you any time. You just run more simulations to explore the space. And users create the models you can share amongst yourselves. It's totally web based, browser access, no downloads, no installs, run totally on the web. And there'll always be a free version that includes all of its features that you can use for free. Um, there is a paid subscription plan, but there will always be a limited edition available for woodworkers. And it was built by a woodworker for woodworkers. So to learn more about the product, go to PlyMiser.com and click through our Learn pages. You can see detailed explanations of how it works. You can go through a complete video walkthrough if you're a new user on YouTube, or you can use the free version of PlyMiser at www.plymiser.com. Click on Run PlyMiser and contact us at plymiser@gmail.com. And thank you for spending a few minutes with me. And now go make some sawdust.